All right, hello guys, well, welcome back. It's David here. This is gonna be filmed for YouTube. I got a whole class of people tuning in, and today's class is going to be on a few things, mostly dealing with the line, don't pass, and then we're going to do totals and conversions. So, why do we total and convert bets? We total and convert bets for a couple of reasons. One, it's a lot faster and efficient. Those of us that end up being very lazy dealers find it. I wasn't looking at just you, sir. I was looking around. No, it's not it. Find it easier to total, right? Because when you go around, you pay the line, you just drop 2 checks, 3 checks, whatever it is, totals. And then the conversion part of it, same difference. Also adds to our ability to be more efficient, accurate, increase the speed of the game. And then the next part of it is dealing to the rack, okay? So you see somebody like that with a lot of red, maybe you want to get the red back, you convert them to green as you go. The same you would do on a blackjack table. When you pay, someone's betting a stack of red, you run it down, you convert them to green. We can do the same thing on a dice table, but there are some rules, okay? There are some rules that need to be followed to make everybody on the same page. So one of the first things we'll talk about is on the total side, okay? All right, so let's say we have a point of 4. First real easy example is here, okay? This is Daniel here, maybe he has 10 odds, 5 flat. Real easy, right? Pays 20 and 5 is $25, okay? Whenever we total a payoff, we put it first, okay, on the line to signify that it's a total bet. We're paying this bet and this bet together right here. If, for example, Daniel had 20, 10 with 20, we now have a $50 total, right? Because we have 40 and 10, $50, again, on the line, and we can heel it off, okay? The same thing like in blackjack when we make totals, we heel the bet, okay? So if we have 1 check, obviously, can't heel 1 check, but here we can heel this off, and that signifies to everybody that's a total being paid, okay? Now, let's say, for example, you didn't want a total, you just paid it separately. That's fine. You don't have to heel this bet. We have 40 and 10. We can then pay it just like this, okay? We wouldn't pay it like this because we're not saving checks, okay? So we don't lay out totals like this. We would have to split it up just like this, okay? We're not saving checks. There's no reason. It's not technically a total. We're demonstrating 40 and 10. If I'm a supervisor and I see this, I'm assuming some type of conversion or total, right? So here we have 40 and 10. So if we're not saving checks, we separate it every time, okay? Now, a couple other things to go. Let's pretend we have a point of 5, okay? This bet now pays, I'm using a kind of a double odds standard. By the way, if you ever come across a double odds table, it makes it 5 and 9s are real easy. It's always 2 times, if they take double odds in the 5 and 9, it's always 2 times the odds of the total. So here I have a total of $40, right? So I have 30 and 10, $40, right? One way I can convert this bet, if I wanted to take some red, is I could go 50 for $10, okay, from the odds. I could take from the odds and go 50 for 10. That's the next big rule. You can never convert from the pass line. The pass line flat bet always has to stay, okay? You can never take. So let's say if I were to go out with $50, okay, I can't take the pass line bet. The pass line contract bet has to stay as is all the time. It cannot be converted, it cannot be moved up. So here's a great example. Let's say, for example, the point is 6, okay? And you have a bet like this. All right? This is the bet. No, here, let's do this. Yeah, no, let's do something else. Yeah, here. Okay. All right, so this bet, you cannot do 25 for 1. Right? Because it would pay 12 and 12 is 24. You can't do 25 for 1 because it's off of the pass line. Follow? All right, so you can't take from the pass line, you can't convert the pass line. Now, you'll see people go like this, okay? There's $20, okay? If it's a winner 7, let's say we're coming out, can you do this? No, technically no. But if it's a winner on the pass line and you're looking to convert checks, you sort of can. Most places I've worked at, as long as it's on the pass line, because now the bet's over, they can do whatever the hell they want. You don't have to go back and proof the bet like you do with a line and odds bet, you know what I mean? So the line and the odds, you have a contract that's been determined based on the 6, you follow? just a winner 7, it's done. It's one and done kind of thing, and you can convert it. There are some places that will do color for color. Back in the day, the Alardes, when they had the Frontier, before the Frontier was converted to TI, everything had to be color for color. You had to hit because they wanted everybody. They didn't trust their dealers. They wanted to be able to verify the bets. So you'll run into that a little bit. Okay. All right. So here, let's do another really interesting example, sort of. All right. Here you have a 6. Okay. What's the total payoff for this bet if it's a winner 6? Anybody know? 30. Yes, $30. So this is easy, right? We could do that. $30 total payoff, and we're done, right? All right. The next option for this is if we're going to pay it, is we're going to hit it, right? We're going to hit it, and that's the next thing. Okay, you have 2 options here. Okay, couple options. This is called a bridge payoff. Okay, whenever you run into the 6 and 8, there's a couple other examples where you can do 2 on the 4 or the 5, but this is a bridge payoff. I am always in the habit. I love bridge payoffs, especially as a supervisor, because I can clearly see how the odds are paid. Sometimes when people pay and hit both sides of the bet off the mirror, it's harder to see how the bets are sort of realized, right? Because these checks are being blocked by these checks if I'm sitting box, right? The bridge payout I can see absolutely 100% clear as day, okay? So that's a bridge payoff, okay? You notice how I paid the odds first. I always pay the odds first, and then I return to the flat bet if I'm going to go hit the checks, okay? And again, it's about game protection and more about how the box person and supervisor sees the order of operations on the game, okay? The same way when we get to the don'ts, we pay the lay first, followed by the flat bet. Here in the pass line, we pay the odds first, okay? Whenever we have odds, we pay odds first, followed by the line, okay? All right. Is everybody following me so far? Anybody have any questions? No? Wow, we got some geniuses. This price is going to go by quick. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do a couple more things, and I'm going to introduce some... all right, let's do this, and let's do... Okay, just do something like this. Okay. I got a few options there, okay? Me personally, I try to convert using the checks that I have whenever possible, okay? So I have $30 odds, I have 10 flat. What's the total payout going to be? Total payout. 70 bucks. Okay, whoever said 70, I don't know. So, I got a few options. Was anybody close? So you guys, you did say 70? Well, speak up, sir. Fantastic job. You're going to get your, medal later, though. I got your trophy in back. Way in back. Okay. All right, so we got 70. So I got a few options. I got a lot of checks to work with. The first thing I have to do is I have to break these down, okay? And here's a few helpful tips. The first person at the gate, if you're on second base or third base, get rid of this bet first, because this is the bet where you got to go like this and you got to bend over. So I always try to use my outside hand. I use the come to pay my very first bet, almost always. I don't care how easy it is. Let's say it's this. Let's say it's this easy, right? What does this pay total? 30 bucks. Okay, so here, 30 bucks. I put it in the come and I go like this, okay? The reason being is